Hey HIST 101 students, Professor Benel here with the first in a series of 3 videos in which I explain Unit 2 discussion board. Okay, so remember, my wonderful students, Unit 2 discussion board is broken down into 2 due dates. Your first due date that you're going to have to remember is Friday, January 15th. That is the day your initial discussion board post or original discussion board post is due. That is where you choose your topic and you discuss your topic that you chose. And then the second due date is Tuesday, January 19th. That's when your peer responses are due. You have to respond to 2 of your classmates. And we will get into this in all the videos. This first video, I will just be going over the assignment in general. The second video, I will be going over the first 3 of the 6 topics you can choose from. That would be the Bay of Pigs, the Cuban Missile Crisis, and the Vietnam War protests. In the third and final video, the women's rights movement, Chicano rights movement, and Black Power movement will be discussed. Okay, so let's start out with the general requirements for this assignment. Your original discussion board post or initial discussion board post is going to be due on the 15th, Friday, January 15th. And it's broken down into 3 sections. Don't get overwhelmed by this. Just complete it section by section and you'll be fine. You need to choose one of the primary sources from the list of 6 that you are provided. Remember, a primary document is a document that was written during the era of history that you are studying. So again, this is broken down into 3 sections. Context, which is worth 20 points. Name the document you chose to analyze. Who is the creator of the document? Briefly describe the creator of the document. And when and where was the document created? So that's the context section worth a total of 20 points. Then the next section is summary worth 20 points. Write a brief summary of the source. What is the topic or issue of the source? What are the creator's main points about the topic? And what's one interesting thing said in the source? And then the third and final section of your original discussion board post or initial discussion board post is the connection section. How does this source help you better understand the Unit 2 learning materials, in particular in Telepath? Does this source support what you already knew about the topic? If so, how? And does this source change the way you think about the topic? And if so, how? So this is what's due on Friday the 15th. Okay, so again, it's all wonderful to say in this assignment you need to analyze a primary document. Well, what is a primary document? Once again, a primary document is a document that was written during that era of history. So within this assignment, you need to read the document. You need to discuss the circumstances under which it was created and how the document still impacts us today. And if you're still wondering what a primary document is and want to delve a little further into a definition of what a primary document is, I have 2 great websites here that you can take a look at. Okay, so this is your topic list, my dear students. You click on the choice and you see the document and you analyze it. So there are 6 choices for this assignment. The first document you can delve into is Richard N. Goodwin Memorandum for the President, which was written November 1st, 1961. This covers the Bay of Pigs invasion. Okay. The second topic or second document that you can go over is John F. Kennedy Cuban Missile Crisis. And this is actually a YouTube video of President Kennedy giving a speech regarding the Cuban Missile Crisis. He gave this speech on October 22nd, 1962. The third topic that you can go over is John Kerry's Statement of Vietnam Veterans Against the War. This is a speech John Kerry gave before Congress April 23rd, 1971. And again, video number 2, I will be going over the Richard Goodwin document, the Cuban Missile Crisis speech, and the Statement of Vietnam Veterans Against the War. Okay, so the last 3 topics you can go over. This will be the topic of video number 3, National Organization of Women's Statement of Purpose, 1966. National Organization of Women is a group that is still fighting for women's rights. It's still around today. It was formed in 1966, and the Statement of Purpose is its founding document. The next topic you can choose is Cesar Chavez Talks in New York, June of 1968. This is an article which is an interview with Cesar Chavez. Cesar Chavez was fighting for the rights of migrant workers. This is the Chicano rights movement topic. And Cesar Chavez formed the United Farm Workers, which is an organization still around today, fighting for the rights of farm workers. And the last topic that you can go over is SNCC Vine City Project Black Power. This is an article about the Black Power movement and the rise of Black Panthers. This was published in 1966. So all of these topics are incredibly interesting, and there's a ton of research information on any of these. So pick the one that interests you the most. Okay, so on the 19th, you will have your peer responses due. You need to respond to 2 of your classmates. And I love my students. You all are awesome. And you're so supportive of one another. But don't leave it at that. Do tailor your post to your classmates' post. Just don't say, hey, Dale, you did a great job. You answered all the questions. You really hit the nail on the head. I can't wait to read more of your work. Why, that is amazing and so supportive. I want you to tailor your post to your classmates' post and answer the following 4 questions. What did you learn from your classmates' post? Are there connections between what you learned from your source and what you learned about their source? What is one interesting thing you learned from your fellow classmates' post? And what clarification do you need regarding the post? And then this is the grading criteria sheet that I will be using to grade your Unit 2 discussion board. So, for instance, context section. Student identifies the creator, including a brief description. Student identifies when and where the document was created. However many points, my comments. Summary. Student fully summarizes the document, identifying the main topic, the main points, and at least one interesting detail. However many points, my comments. Connection. Student identifies connection between the primary source and the unit learning materials. Student includes a discussion of how the source expanded or changed their previous knowledge. However many points, my comments. And remember, in this section, the connection section, you're basically analyzing how reading this document helped you better understand the Unit 2 learning materials, in particular in Telepath, and how reading this either expanded or changed your previous knowledge, or if it didn't state that. Okay, and then peer response. You respond to 2 of your classmates by the 19th, you will get the 10 points. Response content. Peer response adds new depth or insight to the current conversation and encourages further conversation. Encourages further conversation is pretty key. So however many points, my comments. Academic writing. Student uses proper spelling, punctuation, and grammar to write clearly and effectively. References if provided are in APA format. However many points, my comments. I total it up over 75. Okie dokie. So your initial post is due January 15th by 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. That will be Friday, January 15th. And then your peer responses are due Tuesday, January 19th, 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. As always, you can contact me through my email address, lbenelou@coloradotech.edu, or contact me through the messenger portion of the C2 app. And you can always contact me during my office hours, 6:30, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time every Monday. Okay, that is it for the first video. Like I said, in video number 2, I am going to be going over the Bay of Pigs, the Cuban Missile Crisis, and the Vietnam War protest topics. All right, see you in video 2.